I would like to invite two of our AIPE student representatives to come and give a brief testimonial, so I'll invite them.
Hello, everyone. So it's hard to believe our 3 weeks in Hong Kong with Fund for American Studies is coming to a close, and that we'll all be heading off soon. Whether that's out to Nepal, Singapore, China, Bangladesh, Indonesia, or for me, Matt, and the military guys, back to the North Pole. Just kidding. For whatever reason, flying over the Arctic Circle is the shortest route back to the US. However, having said that, we do expect to experience cooler temperatures and significantly reduced humidity the rest of the summer. Anyway, before coming to Hong Kong, I had no idea what to expect. Maybe some of you felt that way too. All I knew was that I'd never been to this part of Asia before, that I'd never taken an economics course in high school or college, and that I was going to be the only American girl in the program. I did not know anyone coming here, did not know which countries would be represented exactly, and was secretly jealous of all the Cambodians, one of whom was my roommate, because they seemed to know each other right from the start, and they had those really awesome I Heart Cambodia t-shirts, just in case it wasn't already clear to everyone in the program that Team Cambodia had their act together. At the opening night pizza party, I remember, and maybe even cringed just a little bit, at how I attempted to befriend the Indians with my knowledge of Indian music, Bollywood films, and my love for pink fishermen. I hope I'm not the only one who's ever tried to make international friends by appealing to their nation's beer. Having said that, despite the difficulty of the pizza party and the icebreakers that ensued, I think we can all agree that making friends here was pretty easy after those first couple of days. For any indication, one need only look at the amount of Facebook friend requests and the rapid tagging of pictures uploaded from T-Pass tour of Victoria Peak, Hong Kong. All of us wearing our bright red T-Pass shirts. But, you know, in some ways, making friends here seem easier than making friends back home in our own countries, although people from home may look and talk and eat and think just like us. It's pretty crazy to think that, but for this program, our lives would never have intersected. Wow, wouldn't that have been sad? I mean, think of everything we've experienced together. Dim sum, Lady Ho Tung, walking to class along Pak Pulong. Casey should be busting rhymes up here instead of me. But we really have shared a lot in these 3 weeks. Kowloon Light Show, Mongkok, Star Ferry, Octopus Cards, Ocean Park, Central, Wong Kwai Fong, Chin Chow Island, Macau, the Big Buddha at Lantau Island. These are just some of the places and things that will forever be ingrained in our vocabulary, regardless of what our first language is. They will hold special value to us in a way we aren't likely to forget too soon. Maybe some of us will come back to Hong Kong one day, and our lives will intersect again in an even bigger way than they did this time. In addition to these shared experiences, we've also learned a lot together. First with Professor Wenzel that first week and a half, and then with Professor Ruger the second week and a half. I think we'll look back fondly on Professor Wenzel's simulation of the free market that first class, and I think we'll all remember the debate led by Professor Ruger regarding whether or not prostitution should be legalized. And whether people should sell their kidneys for a profit. So far, Locke has refused to comment on the matter, but Kant says you can't because the ends don't justify the means. Now, while we may not come from similar cultural backgrounds or share personal histories, we do share one thing in common, besides these experiences here in Hong Kong, and besides our mutual interest in politics and in business. And that's a desire to make our countries a better place for everyone. We all want a better place to work and earn a decent wage above the poverty line. We all want a better place to become an active member in society and engage in political talks without the fear of a government crackdown or censoring of freedoms like speech and press. And we all want a better place to live, knowing that our country will represent us and respect our personal dignity without discriminating based on things like race, caste, class, religion, or gender. You know, although slavery is long gone in the United States and Martin Luther King's civil rights movement ended back in the 1960s, race is still a touchy subject in my country. India still struggles with caste differences, particularly in its villages, and I learned just during these 3 weeks that some Malaysians still have to deal with certain forms of legal discrimination based on their particular ethnicity. I've learned so much in coming here, from being aware of my own American mannerisms to becoming more aware and appreciative of Asian customs. I'm really grateful to have had this experience. I hope that starting now we'll be able to take what happened here in Hong Kong and keep those memories close at hand, like a special souvenir and a keepsake just for us. I hope that starting now, we'll be able to start on the project of making our countries more free, more prosperous, and more tolerant. And last but not least, I hope that we'll be able to project each of these relationships we formed in Hong Kong in the future, remembering that we did spend 3 pretty incredible weeks together, that we do have something in common despite the differences that we have, and that we will have friends from around the world to rely on one day in making of a better future both for ourselves and for whatever place we call home.